I've remembered to press record. Hello, yeah, lovely to see you, Sarah.
Oh, thank you for inviting me on, Jackie.
Honestly, I didn't know Sarah at all. But then about a month ago or 5 weeks ago, I went to an event in Shirley to a new healing energy centre that Sally Sharon put on. And and Sarah was there. And again, I didn't even know really. I know I've met you a couple of times, but we've never really spoken particularly.
No.
And then Sally, during the evening, it was so lovely, the meditations and everything that Sally did. But during the evening, she offered if anyone wanted to come in with anything. But I think she might have said specifically light language. And you started to do a light language. I've heard well, I've never heard two people do the same type of light language, to be honest. But I'd never heard a light language like yours before. And so you got my full attention. Just wanted to know who was doing that and what that was. And
Yeah.
so yeah, then I was talking to Joe Hayes afterwards, and he said, "Oh, how amazing you do gong baths. Is it gong baths or
Yeah, it's there. So sound healing, and I've got gongs and crystal singing bowls. And Joe's so kindly brought his Orinoco pods there. So he's experienced a couple of them as well, which has been lovely. Yeah,
what?"
yeah.
So I'll just do a little introduction to Sarah from her website. Sarah channels two types of healing energy, Reiki and Rahanni, finding both energies amazing for balancing and healing the mind and body to help cope with everyday stresses. The Rahanni journey started in 2019, and in 2021 you became a Rahanni Celestial Healing, a teacher of Rahanni Celestial Healing. So healing clients while channeling Rahanni, and also teach and attune clients to practitioner and teacher level. Goodness. So you've also trained in healing through the Akashic records.
Yeah.
Current issues from this lifetime can be healed by connecting to the energy of previous lifetimes where the problem originated. And that's, we'll come on to that, but a lot of anything that's going on for us, we don't realise does come from past lives, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So the Akashic record holds the information of your soul. The records are held in a higher astral realm. Sarah connects to the Akashic records on behalf of the clients or guides the client so that they can view their own Akashic records and heal together. Latest addition to your healing modality is the quantum healing hypnosis. And I do know a little bit about quantum healing hypnosis. Well, only because I've had a couple with different people, and
Yeah.
that's again quite amazing.
Amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, so
truly
we've got
amazing.
loads to talk about.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So why, yeah, you started Reiki in 2003.
Yes.
Is there a difference between Reiki and Rahanni?
Yes. So Reiki comes from Japan and it's thousands of years old. And I think most people now have heard of Reiki. And
Dr.
it's really,
Usui, is it? Sorry.
what did you say? Sorry.
Dr. Usui?
Yes, that's right. Yes. And even the Southampton General Hospital offer it as an alternative therapy now. Yeah. So it's very well known, Reiki. And as I say, it comes from Japan. And I came across it when I was learning to be a yoga teacher, and there was a Reiki master on the course, and she did numerology, and she could tell me so much from my date of birth and my family's date of birth. And she said, "Oh, your mum would really benefit from her date of birth. I can see she could really benefit from Reiki." And I'd not heard of it back in the early 2000s. So my mum and I went and had a Reiki session, and we were like, "Wow, it's amazing." Have you ever had Reiki, Jackie?
I've done 1 and 2 of the Usui
Oh, okay.
years ago, and that was because of my mum as well,
Was
because
it?
someone said my mum would benefit from it.
Yeah. So, just for the benefit of the viewers, Reiki 1 is where you have symbols put into the palms of your hands and into your aura, and it connects you to the Reiki healing energy, and then you learn how to heal yourself. And then Reiki 2, you go on and you learn how to heal other people. And then you can have the third level and become a Reiki master. So that was mine and my mum's journey. We went and did all 3 of those. And that was amazing. It changed our lives. And I was just word of mouth healing friends and family, and that was going really well. And then I went and had a Rahanni treatment with somebody called Tanya, a dear friend of mine now, and I was blown away with that. I was pinned to the bed. It connects to 7 archangels. So where Reiki is connected to the earth, Rahanni isn't. It's connected to the celestial realm. And it was brought in 2002 by a lady called Carol Stacey. And as soon as I had that one treatment, I knew that I wanted to channel Rahanni as well. So I asked Tanya if she would attune me, and she attuned me. I never thought that I would become a teacher. I just wanted to be able to offer it to my clients as another alternative therapy. So with Rahanni, it helps to balance the masculine and feminine energies that are in our bodies. And it's really good for healing emotional traumas. And it really comes in on a 5th dimensional healing. So it's a stronger healing modality. And it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. So I then was offering for that for a short time, just Reiki and Rahanni, and that went really well. Some people prefer to have Reiki and some people prefer to have Rahanni. And I was merrily just going along doing that. And then I came across the Akashic records. And I thought, oh, this looks interesting. So back in 2000, and what year was that? I've made a note of my training years. At 22, I learned Akashic record healing. And what I learned, sorry?
Quite recent then, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I learned was people's issues, that could be emotional, physical, mental issues in this lifetime, can be linked to energies in other lifetimes. I found this really amazing. So what happened there was I learned how to relax somebody into a deep state of relaxation, take them on a journey, and then they're shown the previous lifetime in connection with a particular issue that they've got. And in seeing that lifetime, watching it play out on a screen, and me coming over and channeling healing energy, we're able to heal that energy, which then in turn heals the physical, mental, emotional issue that's in this lifetime. So this is another amazing situation. I thought, oh wow. So I was able to start offering this. And then about a year later, one of my Rahanni students that I'd attuned to Rahanni, she was learning how to do quantum healing. And I went and had a session with her where you're in a 4-hour appointment, and you go into a deep state of hypnosis, and your higher self shows you lifetimes, 3, sometimes 4, which you need to see to help you to join the dots. And in each lifetime, again, you receive great healing through watching it play out. For me, I'm not visual, I'm more of a knower. So I knew I was in Egypt. I couldn't see the pyramids of Egypt, but I knew I was there. And my husband was stood outside. We were male and we were friends, and we were guarding this pyramid. That was one of my lifetimes. And again, I came out of that session and I thought, I need to learn this. I need to learn this. So the lovely Sally Sharon taught me that quantum healing. And now I'm able to offer that. And I've seen some amazing situations with some of my clients. Amazing. It blows my mind every time I do that session. I love doing that.
Oh, how interesting. I know I've had a session with Sally Sharon. It is quite incredible. And you can't stop your higher self from coming through and speaking. And it's all recorded, isn't it?
Yeah. And what I find also, Jackie, helps is that so when I met Joe back in 2022, I think it was, he's got the Orinoco healing pods. And so I went and sat in there. And I thought, oh, I love this. So I asked Joe whether it would be possible if I could host the Orinoco pods in my healing room. So he spoke to Malcolm and Kat, and Malcolm and I spoke on the phone, and he was happy for Joe to come and put the pod in my healing room. So now I've got those lovely poles around my bed, and for the benefit of the viewers, the Orinoco healing pod has 3 poles, and it has plasma in the poles, and the plasma in the poles connects to the plasma in your body, and it takes you into the quantum field, and it puts your body back into balance. So that could feel like you're floating above the bed, or you could be sinking into the bed, and you can get some sensations in the chakras as well. And I really find that enhances the Akashic, well, it enhances all of the healing modalities that I offer, but I really feel that it supports the Akashic records and the quantum healing, because they're in that really deep state of relaxation on the bed for quite some time within the Orinoco healing pod. So that's putting them into the quantum field as well. So I really love being able to host that as well. So people can come and lay in my bed for 20 minutes for free as an Orinoco host. Or alternatively, that my normal clients are booking in for their Reiki or Rahanni. Some of them don't even know I've got the Orinoco pod, and they get to benefit to laying in the healing pod whilst having their Reiki and their Rahanni. So it's like double whammy, really.
Honestly, I know I was at Joe's this week with a friend, and she was sat in his pods, and it really helped her because she's in a lot of pain. I
Oh,
just while you've been saying that, I thought I'll look it up, just see if I can find the pods just to show people what they look like.
oh, good, yeah.
Oh yes, there is a picture. Um, Righty-ho, so I'll come back to you and do the share screen just to give people an idea what
Yeah,
those
yeah.
pods look like. Um, Share screen.
And once you're laid in these pods, it's the environment that you should have been in growing up. So there's no Wi-Fi, there's no radio waves in there. Just feels really nice just to lay in there.
Amazing. So that's the Orinoco website. You spell it Orynoco,
Yeah.
and those pods, but they've got a whole group of things that they sell. But to experience those pods is really wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And as a host, anyone's welcome to come to my room, book in for a 20-minute session laying in the room, and you can experience what it feels like. When I first laid in there, Jackie, and I guess you've been in Joe's as well. I
Yeah.
felt like my legs were going above my body, and I felt like I was being put back into balance. Yeah, and Malcolm said to me, where I'm working in there every day, because I work 5 days a week in my room, he said, your body will get used to the Orinoco healing pod. And when you lay in it, you won't get the sensations after some time. And that was true. After some time, I don't get any sensations now.
But you just trust that it's doing you so much good. It must be, mustn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I encourage my clients to say an intention, because it's
Yeah.
really important to set an intention. The pod is a consciousness. So by talking to the pod, setting an intention, I really find it enhances everyone's healing experiences. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Love it.
yeah.
Oh goodness. So it's so many different healing modalities, but you also do singing bowls.
Yes. So about 18 months ago, I decided that I wanted to start doing some sound healing. It was all new to me, but I just trusted what I was feeling, what was coming through. So I went and purchased some singing bowls. And then over the time that I've been doing it, I've been gradually building up my equipment. And now I have about 40 people once a month come to Durley. I hire the Durley Memorial Hall, and I play all my crystal singing bowls and more recently my gong. I've currently got in transit at the moment a crystal harp that resonates on 432 hertz. So that should be ready for my next sound bath in July.
Oh, amazing. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
brilliant. I'll just go on to share screen again because I found this. This is probably something. This is yours. Is that yours?
No.
Oh, that was for a Sarah as well.
Oh, yeah.
Did it say Sarah? Oh, because it was on the energy website and it said
Ah,
phone Sarah, so I just assumed
oh,
it was.
yeah. Sarah, so Sarah and Jez are the owners of the Healing Energy Centre. So maybe that's why it said Sarah. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
yeah, so that'd be when you talk about that, that will come up then. So that's
yeah,
on their website.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was doing the sound baths, and then after about like 18 months, I've been doing the singing bowls and the sound and everything. I started feeling like I wanted to support people more on their spiritual journeys. So I realised that in the Durley Memorial Hall, there's some smaller rooms that I could hire. So I started to hire one of those rooms twice a month, and I now hold spiritual support groups. So that I do a support group for beginners that are just new on the spiritual journey, just want to learn a bit more. And then I have another group once a month, which is for experienced people, people that are well on the way of their spiritual journey. And I find that people like to get together with like-minded people and talk about their spiritual experiences.
Doubt.
Yeah,
Without a
yeah,
doubt. Yeah.
yeah.
What are you saying then when you say your spiritual journey? What sort of evening would that be?
So I tend to connect to my guides, and then they kind of tell me what they want me to sort of share this month. So what we've been sharing recently is working out what each individual's person's strongest psychic gift is, because we've all got these psychic gifts we sometimes don't even realize we've got. So one of the evenings, what I did was I took everybody on a meditation journey, and I asked them to imagine and visualize a beach and the umbrellas. Could they hear the children? Could they taste the vanilla ice cream? And I was putting suggestions in for all the different senses that we have. And then when we came out of the meditation, it was very clear which each individual person's strongest psychic sense was. And then once you know what your strongest one is, you concentrate on that one, and all your other ones will start to unlock and open. So that's interesting. And then each month I'm guided to give everybody a crystal. So there's a crystal for each month. This month of June, everyone's going to get a tiger's eye crystal. And so I talk about the crystal and the benefits of the crystal, and we cleanse and we charge and we program the crystals each month that I give them. And next month, we're going to be making flower essence sprays, clearing sprays, so they can spray them on them to keep their auras nice and clear and the energy clear.
Oh,
So we're doing that next month.
that's
Yeah.
brilliant. Why tiger's eye?
Each month is different. Each month
Yeah.
is different. We've had selenite, we've had black tourmaline, we've had amethyst. And so I just go into meditation, and then that's the crystal for the month. And so I will work out what I'm going to say and teach about it. And some of the people, especially the advanced group, they know they know the main crystals and their benefits. But the beginners, they're all new to all of this. So yeah, I'm learning as I'm teaching as well, because I learn things when I'm working out my lesson plans. So it's win-win, really. Yeah,
Amazing. It sounds
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
So would you like to speak about the energy center and
Yes,
what that importance is, and how that's where I met you as well?
yes, yes. So I've been following this energy enhancement system for the last couple of years, and I've been watching it on social media thinking, ooh, that looks interesting. And it was in America, and I think now it's in quite a few states in America. And the lady that created and made this system available is Dr. Sandra Rose Michael, and she's created it, and it's amazing. So it's scalar and photon waves, and it's computer screens that are in the corner of each of the rooms. And when you sit in the technology, it gives your body the ability to all the cells to start healing themselves, because we are able to heal ourselves if we're in the right environment. And so these scalar photon waves that we can't see in the room start working on us. Some of the ladies that have been in the room, they've actually felt the changes in their body whilst they're sat in it. Yeah, so that's it. Brilliant. That's what it looks like. It feels amazing. So the computer generates multiple bioactive life enhancing energy fields, including scalar and photon waves. And so that's what those computer screens are doing.
Incredible, isn't it? They're in
Yeah,
every corner of the room.
yeah, yeah. And so when I was following it, and I saw it went to London, and I thought, okay, it's getting closer. And then when I saw Sally Sharon was holding that 3-hour meditation session in there, I was looking straight on. I needed to get in there, and I really enjoyed it. And it's really important, if you do go into the energy center, that you have a bath afterwards to detox, a sea salt and bicarbonate of soda bath, because when you're in the system, it's changing the cells within your body and bringing up all the things that we need to detox. And so it's really important to have a sea salt bath afterwards to help with the detoxifying process. Yeah, that's the picture of it. Yeah.
The room, I mean, from the outside, you'd never know it looks that good inside, would you?
No, no, no.
There
And
was a shop.
those chairs are so comfy, aren't they, Jackie?
Oh, they're lovely. So
Yeah,
comfortable. You really lay back and enjoy that. And those screens are in every corner of the room.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you just go through what those screens do again?
So they're putting scalar and photon waves into the room that we can't see, but
Yeah.
some people can feel.
Mm.
And it's changing, it's putting your body into the environment that's able to start healing itself. And it's changing the cells within the body. So when people go on the website and have a look, they'll see that they can sit in the chair for 2 hours, 3 hours, or you can go in there and sleep overnight. Amazing. Yeah, they've had some amazing results. So Sarah and Jez run the Shirley Centre, and that's because Sarah had some amazing healing herself when she went to the London one, and they were really passionate about being able to offer this to Southampton. We're so lucky to have it in Southampton.
No.
Yeah. So after our session, when I saw you in there, Jackie, I spoke to Sarah and I said, I have a lot of clients that would really benefit from coming in here. Would it be possible if I hire out the room on a regular basis and fill those? At the time, there was 12 seats. Now there's 16 seats in there. So 2 or 3 times a month, I hire it out. And Sarah and Jez are really happy for me to do that for half price. So I've got some dates, and if anybody wants to get the benefit of being in there for 2 hours for half the cost. So normally it costs £70 to sit in there, but if you book on one of my sessions, it's £35 for 2 hours. It's worth every penny.
Yeah.
I've written a list of if you don't mind me reading it, of the benefits of sitting in the system, Jackie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it improves your immune function, it increases your energy, and I really did notice an increase in my energy the next day on my first session. It improves your vision, and I actually can vouch for that. So my mum's got really bad glaucoma, and she's been coming with me in my sessions. After the first session of 2 hours, she already noticed an improvement in her field vision. So she's going to go for a few more sessions, and then she's going to go to the hospital and have her field vision checked.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
but she already knows there's something different going on.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. It improves your mental focus and your mood. It's really good for pain and inflammation relief, and it puts you into like deep relaxation, doesn't it, Jackie?
Oh, it's
Some
lovely.
some people just go to sleep when they're in there. It's just lovely, isn't it?
Oh,
The lights get
absolutely.
dimmed, and it's just, yeah. It balances your left and right hand side of your brain hemispheres as well. Yeah. So lots of things going on.
Well, I thought when I found, well, through Sally again, yeah, that she said it was going to be this event, or I think Joe might have already been to one, and then he said it's really good. So anyway, I went to that one in May, and it was also Pam Gregory has spoken to Jason Shirker, and he really promotes it in America, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So many people in America know about this system. There's
Yeah.
got to be something to it. But what's really fascinating, Joe went to the one on Sunday, and he come home with the sea salt and
Bicarbonate
bicarbonate
soda.
of soda, equal measure, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
250 grams of each.
250 grams of each, yes. So you put
Yeah.
that in the bath, and it's very important that you have this after the event.
Yeah.
And so when I come back and put that in the bath and had a bath, there was, it's fine, normal bath, no. When Joe had his first one was normal, completely normal. When he had his second one on Sunday, or it might have been his third, but say second, have you seen the picture of his bath afterwards?
No, is it on? on
Well,
social
he
media?
showed me, but I thought he might have showed you.
Oh,
It's quite incredible. I mean, literally black at the bottom.
what?
Yeah, yeah, it was like lines. It was like a zebra. The whole bath was like a zebra at the bottom.
Wow.
I know, and he couldn't fathom it, couldn't believe it, because I mean, he wouldn't be dirty, but
No, you definitely wouldn't.
that's what they said that can happen.
Yeah, yeah. What I've no, what I've also noticed, Jackie, is sorry to interrupt you. Some of the ladies in my sessions, they get a metallic taste in their mouth
Really?
when they're in there. And Sarah and Jess says it's like the metal's coming up and out of their body.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well, honestly, he said it felt so amazing after this bath, and they said it gets the impurities out of your body. All the
yeah,
I just trusted. I mean, I don't know that I felt any different in all. I just enjoyed it.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and trust that I got whatever I needed from it. Did the
yes.
bath and everything. There was no effect to my knowledge, but I'm glad I did the bath anyway. Um, with that particular, and I've done one since. Obviously, I've had more than two baths with the salt and bicarbonate of soda. So I did that even though I'd not had a session in there. I thought, well, it's good to have a bath like that sometimes, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just as, yeah, yeah, without even going in
Before
there.
that, I'd always used Epsom salts, but
Yeah,
now I've got the sea salt, and I've just got to get more bicarbonate of soda.
yeah. So Sarah and Jez sell the little packets, don't they,
Yeah.
there? And people can go because it is important within 24 hours of making sure you do have that bath. But what I've done is I've gone and bought a job lot of it.
But yeah, so have I. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Well, I just thought it's good, but I didn't get the job lot of the bicarbonate of soda. I ordered the big bag of it before I went because it said about that, and I thought, and I've always had Epsom salts here, but I've never done the bicarbonate of soda. So I've got some here, but I'm going to get
yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, honestly, that is so.
Oh,
And you also then, I'll just say one more thing. You do breath work.
yeah. So we do some breathing at the so during my healing
Just a reminder to people, I've put that up again. Southampton
yeah, yeah.
Energy Centre. I
That's
don't
the
know
that's the
when it's actually showing the address there as well,
yes, it is.
and the
Yes,
phone
yes.
number
Yeah,
and
there's a
the
phone number there. Yeah, yeah, brilliant. So yeah, during my sound healing sessions, what we tend to do is we do a bit of a warm up to begin with, just a gentle warm up, and then we sit down and do just different types of breathing exercises. Because I find that breathing really helps to slow the mind down and slow the thoughts down, and just nothing too heavy, just some gentle breathing exercises. And then we go into like a guided meditation. So everybody sits down and we have it, or sometimes we might do a little bit of chanting. And then once that's all completed, everyone just lays down and then puts their head on their pillows, maybe puts an eye mask on, and then I play on my singing bowls and I walk around the room with some instruments as well. But the other week when I did the session, there was a new lady there and she said to me, was the singing bowl sound coming out the speakers in the room? I said, no, it's not. It just resonates, really resonates. Yeah, bounces off the room, off the walls.
love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you're not able to do any light language just off the cuff like that, are you? Is it something? How do you get light language to come through, Sarah? When did it first happen?
So I was aware of light language a few years ago, and I wanted to remember because we can all speak light language, and I wanted to remember how to speak it because I knew that it would benefit me and benefit my clients. It's a high vibration energy, and it's similar to healing energy, but it's through spoken words and light codes. So I wanted to remember what how to speak it so that I could heal myself and heal my clients. So I was listening to various types of light languages, and I did that for about 4 months on and off. And then one day I was doing a meditation and it just started coming out. And it's a really high vibration sound. I'm not going to do it now because some of your viewers won't be ready to hear it. And
Oh, really?
it's very fast, and it's very high vibration. So it should always be a choice of the individual if they want to hear it or not. So when someone comes for Reiki or Rahani, I offer it to them as an option or extra if they want it. Because I very quickly learned when I started speaking it to everybody, people didn't like the sound of some of it. And they're like, oh no, that's too fast.
Ellie
Yeah,
doesn't. Yeah, my friend Ellie, she doesn't like hearing light language at all.
yeah, yeah.
And yet, when we were in that environment then, and you just did it, you knew that everyone would be open to it there?
Yeah, it felt very comfortable. If it wasn't comfortable and it wasn't resonating, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I totally felt comfortable, and everybody was in an environment that they were ready to receive it. Yeah, yeah. But there's so many different ones out there, Jackie. I
I
saw a
know.
friend today that speaks light language, and hers was really powerful and masculine, and it was incredible. It was making the cells in my body vibrate. It was so powerful, and there's just so many. And yeah, I just think it's really important. I recently held a couple of workshops with a friend called Heather. She activates people's light language. So I got together a couple of groups of my clients, and we had some sessions with Heather, and she went to it stood next to each individual, and she gave them their own activation. And the first group, I had 12 people. Four of those people drove home speaking light language after that session.
Really?
Then I held one about a couple of weeks later, and there was about 8 in that group. And I think about 2 were able to speak it. And one lady couldn't stop writing it. We left there about 9:30, and she couldn't stop writing it till midnight. It's like little symbols, and people can sign it like that as well. You don't necessarily have to speak it. You can just move your hands when you channel it. So it's coming in and it's just coming out in whatever way feels right for the individual. Yeah. So now that I can speak,
I've seen this the hand one when we've been at Knowlton Church. Have
yeah,
you been to Knowlton Church
I
events?
have. Yeah.
And I've seen people there doing it with like all the time, whatever's going on, and they're doing all this. It's
Yeah.
really fascinating to watch.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the writing of it as well, it looks a bit Chinese sometimes. It's like squiggles and wiggles. But yeah, it's really, really healing, really healing.
Do you know Walter Boyd?
No.
Oh, he's a really good friend of Sally's and mine, but he's moved out to, he lives in South Africa now. He got married unexpectedly, he went out anyway, got married and he stayed there. But he does the symbol, he writes all the symbols. It's really lovely.
Does he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So I guess that is like language symbols because it's
Yeah.
definitely you could read.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And there's all these different star systems that you can connect to, and yeah, speak the different ones. So I'm hoping to be able to speak some different ones, because I've got the one that I speak, and I've been speaking it for about 2 years now. But yeah, I'd like to be able to speak some different ones. So I had the activations with Heather recently in my clients' workshops. And so yeah, there will be something more coming through at some point.
Fascinating. And I know I'm jumping about, but the reason I said about the breath work I found very interesting is because I went for a walk with Alice Heath yesterday. Do you know
Yeah.
Alice?
I've heard of Alice.
Yeah, yeah, marvelous, lovely girl. And she just has done, I've forgotten what it's called, but it was a 10-day retreat where you can't speak for 10 days. Have you heard
Ooh,
of that?
no.
And it's in Wiltshire.
You don't speak for 10 days.
Do not speak for 10 days, other than if the monks ask you how you found a meditation, you can just reply to them. But in general, you do not speak and there's 30 women in the room. You've got to have the male and female energies separate.
Okay.
Because there's always going to be a sexual element to having the two sexes in the same room. And so they keep that element separate for the whole 10 days. So even if you go there as a partner, husband and wife, you're separated for the 10 days. I've heard of it before, something prana, I think. Oh, I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's in Wiltshire, and it sounds absolutely amazing. But And I said, the guilt I would feel, like in my mind, how long it would take me to get over that I'm not at home to feed the dogs at a certain time, or, you know, walk them at a certain time, and have to put that onto someone else to do. And
Yeah.
she said you have to work out all that in your mind, but in general, you are just concentrating. And they say leave every spiritual practice at the door that you've ever learned. When you come in here, you come in with an open mind, and I just love anything like that. You know, it just opens your mind to what else there is.
But 10 days, Jackie.
I know. She said a lot only did 4 days and struggled with that. She said day 3 and 4 was the hardest of the 10. Um, but she said once the people that only done the 4 days had left, it was so much easier. It was
Ah.
like a different energy that were there for 4 days. I guess they were thinking, oh, only 2 more days to go, only one more day, you know. But once they'd gone, it was a much easier spread of time for everyone.
And what do they do all day?
Meditate mainly. And they go to bed at 9 o'clock, but then you're up at 4 for meditation.
And is that like silent meditation or guided meditation?
Silent, silent, totally silent, no guided, no guide. And you concentrate on your breath the whole time. That's what they want you to do.
Right.
And it just sounded amazing. It really did.
So would you give that a try, Jackie?
No,
No, would
I
I?
don't know that I'm in a place that I could do it, but I love the concept of it. I love the idea. I would love to be open to just hearing how they introduce that and say, you know, leave every spiritual practice that you've ever learnt or known and come in.
Yes.
Because basically, like with Ho'oponopono, you are the only person in your reality. And that practice brings you completely back to your own self.
Yes, absolutely. I love that Ho'oponopono. We've done that before at my sound healing sessions. It's so good, isn't it, Jackie?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so simplistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so
Ancient
easy.
Hawaiian prayer. Yeah.
Yes.
I've printed it out and I give it to clients that I think would benefit from it, which is quite a few clients. And they do, when they come back, they're like, that really helped me.
It's just a prayer for peace of
Yeah.
mind, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I love everything that you're doing. It's just so in
Oh,
line with it. So
thank
in
you. I'm going next week actually for the first time to the monk place in it's near Petersfield, and I don't remember the name of it. My friends have been there before and they've invited me along. So I'm going next week. And you're there while the monks are chanting and meditating. You take food because they accept food as offerings. You know, they I don't think they have a lot of food. So when people come to visit, they bring food. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that next week.
That would be interesting. Well,
Yeah.
this that Alice went to was a donation only for the 10 days, and the food was all organic and beautifully prepared, and yeah,
Whoa.
really amazing.
Wow. How lovely. Was that local?
Wiltshire, somewhere in
Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll find out because I mean it is of interest. And she said we can go and visit one day. They're happy for visitors just to go in, just to see what the place is like. I mean, I would love really to give it a go, but I think it's like you. Oh, well, I don't know. I was going to say you've got to do the 10 days to really appreciate the whole thing. I would have thought, but yeah, she loved it, absolutely loved it, and found it of
Oh,
such benefit. You know, because what goes through our minds, and I mean, Alice knows Ho'oponopono as well,
yeah.
but this really, really helped her just to, you know, because she does a lot of guided meditation, but they don't do guided. They want you to be within yourself all
Are
the
you
time.
allowed to? Are you allowed to like write down
No,
anything?
no phone, no contact at all. I know. Really is just something to
Yeah,
think about there, isn't
it
it?
is. Yeah, definitely.
Anything else you want to share with us, Sarah, or before we finish?
Just really, I'd like people to just try, open up their minds really and just be aware and maybe just give healing a try because it really does help people. And even the people that are not open to it, they will actually get benefit from healing. I've
Oh,
had people I've had people come to my room and it's a gift that a member of their family has bought for them. And even though they told me they were skeptical, they walk out feeling better. So any of your viewers that haven't tried healing energy of any type, even just to go to a sound bath and give that a try.
Oh,
Because
I love sound bath.
when you're in a sound bath, the sounds are helping your blood cells to separate and to put your body into healing mode. And so that can just be the start of someone's healing journey, just to attend a sound bath. There's lots of sound baths around.
You don't have to be ill to go for healing, do you?
No, no, no. I go for healing and I'm certainly not ill.
Yeah, exactly. So that's because we can all benefit from healing, that type of healing,
Yeah,
energy healing.
yeah,
So yeah, it's worth giving any of it a go. I love it all.
yeah. Especially the sound healing. It makes you sleep so well
Oh,
afterwards.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Your body's just in that healing mode while you're listening to the sounds. And some of the sounds could sound a little bit crunchy, but they're the ones that are probably doing some healing work. And then the other sounds just sound really lovely. But yeah, give that a try if you're thinking about healing. Try a sound bath.
How
Yeah.
can we contact you if anyone wants to contact you?
So I've got the website. Are you able to add my website on somewhere to the bottom of this?
I can do. Yeah, I did have
Yeah,
it open. To share. Well, oh no, I had it open so that I could read your introduction. So it
yeah.
must be here somewhere. Let me just find it.
Yeah, so if you share that, I've got a contact page within my website that people can send me a message. There's also my phone number on there, so people can send me a text
Oh,
message.
perfect. I found it. Yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
share this now. Let's just put this up.
and if anybody wants to benefit from sitting in the Healing Energy Centre for half price, do get in contact with me because I've got some dates and there's spaces available, and you can come with us as a group, and then sit in there for a couple of hours and just feel how amazing it is.
Oh, it sounds, yeah, really lovely. You know, Joe's been along to a few of your things now and he absolutely thinks the world of you.
Oh, bless him.
Okay. So that's that, but I'll also add that when I put it onto YouTube. When I put this recording onto YouTube, I'll add the information there as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Jackie.
Honestly, I've enjoyed talking to you, Sarah. Thank
Oh,
you. And
thank
I
you.
look forward to the next one that I see you at or come along to because I really
Yeah.
do love them.
Oh, I did the sound actually on Sunday for Sally, the one that Joe
Yes,
was at
yes,
Sunday.
Joe said you did.
Yeah. And when I do my sound healing in my room, I'm just playing everything as I feel, and it's really getting loud. But I was very conscious that Sally was going to be speaking a journey, a meditation journey, and I had to keep the sound at the right level. But it all went really well, and it worked well together. The sound of the crystal singing bowls and the journey that Sally was taking everybody on. So yeah, it went really well. I took my rain stick as well, so I was moving that along. So there was the sound of rain during the meditation too.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it
That's
was
like
good.
that little tinkling sound that they
Yeah,
end a sound bath with. Yeah,
yeah,
love that.
yeah, yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you, Sarah.
yeah. Oh, thank you, Jackie. It's been lovely. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for inviting me.
Oh no, it's really enjoyed it. I hope anyone watching has enjoyed this as well. If you look on my page after, if anyone's put any questions or comments and you could answer them, Sarah, that'd
Yeah,
be
sure. Yeah, no problem at all.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Lots of love.
Lots of love.